Alright, let's hope this video records kinda sorta properly. The rotation on the camera of my phone has stopped functioning for some reason. Had the pleasure of finding that out once while trying to take a picture in landscape format rather than portrait. But if nothing else, I should be able to fix the orientation problem if anything. In editing, I mean. Anyway, it's been a hot minute since I've done one of these. So today, I want to discuss computer-related stuff. First off, don't believe I've talked about this particular unit in any video, but this thing is an Asus laptop that I got just under a year ago. An Asus CUF something something, forget the exact model number, but yeah. So got this last year, sat around unused for just under a year, like I said. But finally put it into service last weekend. Installed Linux on it, because of course. Why is the focus acting up? Anyway. So yeah. That's likely to become my kinda sorta so-called main laptop. As for the old laptop, the 2017 Asus currently running Linux Mint, that's gonna be turned into a server at some point. Been wanting to do that for a while, so can't wait to set it up now that I finally have an excuse to. Second, these just came in the mail, pick them up. 32 gigs of GDR4 3200, which at some point is gonna go into the desktop PC, effectively doubling the amount of RAM that it currently has. So that's an upgrade that's gonna happen shortly-ish. Can't wait. I didn't necessarily need a RAM upgrade. The 16 gigs has worked well so far for my particular needs, but just a little thing that I felt like doing at some point. In any case, still got the dual monitor setup going, and hopefully I'll be able to keep using the dual monitor setup when I finally install Linux on that as well, which is gonna happen. Only thing keeping me from doing so right now is a work in progress project that I want to finish while the PC still has Windows on it. Speaking of operating systems, going back to this laptop for a moment, the OS that I installed on that is Endeavour OS, which is an Arch-based Linux distro. I was gonna go with Garuda Linux initially, but had some issues while trying to install that. Wasn't even booting into the live session. Turned out that was an issue with Ventoy and the way I had it set up on my flash drive that holds the Linux distro ISOs. At least I think it was a Vento issue with the partition format being set to MBR rather than GPT. And GPT is generally what you want to use for modern systems, to my understanding. But once I fixed that particular issue, I was able to install Endeavour OS on that thing. Because I did have those same issues with Endeavour OS when I tried to install it initially as well. Similarly to the Garuda attempt. But yeah, turned out to be a partition format issue in the Vento flash drive. Got that working, and the laptop is now running a Linux distro. So is that laptop, but it is going to change eventually. What I'm thinking, distro-wise, what I'm thinking I'll install on this laptop, once I get around to setting it up for server use, is Debian. Was gonna go with Fedora initially, but they introduced telemetry at one point earlier this year. So yeah, not so sure I want to go with Fedora now. And the desktop PC, for the desktop PC, either Endeavour OS, like the new laptop is currently running that, or Garuda, if I manage to get that going finally. As long as Windows fucks off right out of there, it will, because I am not touching Windows 11. Which I did already talk about in a prior random vlog last year, I believe. Or maybe the year before. Nah, it was last year. Anyway. So, some exciting things are gonna happen over here in due time. So, on that note, that concludes today's random vlog. And we're gonna end this random vlog with another shot of the 32 gigs of RAM that's gonna go into the desktop PC. Sexy. Anyway, bye.